same way that one atom of the salt get oxidized and another atom of the same salt get reduced. That means in the same compound, two different atoms undergoing change in oxidation by oxidation and reduction. Okay, this is also known as a intramolecular redox reaction. In the sense, in the same compound, two different atoms oxidation number changes by oxidation and reduction. Okay, let's suppose potassium chlorate changes into potassium chloride and oxygen. In this reaction, if you see oxidation state of a chlorine here +5. How? Potassium oxidation number is +1. Chlorine oxidation state we don't know, and each oxygen oxidation state is -2. So that total oxidation state, sum of the oxidation states equal to 0. So what is the value of X here? +5. That means chlorine oxidation number on the left hand side in the KClO3 is +5. Okay. Now on the right hand side, potassium +1, so chlorine is -1, and oxygen in the elementary state whose oxidation state will be 0. Now here in this oxygen oxidation state is -2 in the combined state, -2 in the free state is uncombined state is 0. Now here chlorine oxidation state changes +5 to -1. Oxygen oxidation state changes from -2 to 0. Here, suppose if we consider oxidation, in oxidation what happens? Chlorine oxidation number changes from +5 to -1. So we can calculate N factor, change in oxidation state, right side -1, left side +5. So change. How many chlorine atoms are there? Only one chlorine atom are there. So that change will be 6. If you consider the reduction, in reduction what happens? Oxygen oxidation state changes from -2 to -1. -2 to -1. Okay? Just -2 to 0. Oxygen here right side is 0. So -2 to 0. So here N factor is equal to change in oxidation number, right side oxidation number of oxygen minus of left side oxidation state. Okay? Number of oxygen atom per mole of the compound is 3. So again you have 6. Now here in oxidation, number of electron lost per mole of a species 6, or in reduction, number of moles of electrons accepted by the species is equal to 6. So we can calculate N factor either by using oxidation concept or by using reduction concept. So therefore N factor for potassium chloride, N factor is equal to 6. Either oxidation concept we can use, other we can use reduction concept. So N factor will be here what happened? 6. That means 6 electrons are losing in oxidation or 6 electrons are gaining in the reduction. Are you getting my point? Now one more example, if you see ammonium dichromate. In this reaction what happens? N2 will be formed chromic oxide and water. Now nitrogen oxidation state -3. Chromium oxidation state is +6. Oxygen will be -2. Here also -2. So there is no change in the oxidation number. So I am not writing. Nitrogen in the elementary state. Chromium here oxidation number is +3. Here also in the same compound, two different atoms oxidation number changes by oxidation and reduction. That's why it is called intramolecular redox reaction. Okay. Now with respect to oxidation you can find N factor, or with respect to reduction we can find N factor. Let's suppose I am taking oxidation. In oxidation process we can find N factor. In oxidation what happens? Nitrogen oxidation number changes from -3 to 0. So change become right side oxidation number minus of left side oxidation number. Okay. Now tell me, in 1 mole of SPC how many nitrogen atoms will be there? 2. So I am multiplying into 2. So 6 is the N factor. Otherwise, if you take the reduction process, then take the N factor for reduction process. In reduction what happens? Chromium plus 6 get reduced to chromium plus 3. So change will be right side oxidation number minus left side oxidation number. Okay. Now 1 mole of SPC, how many chromium atoms are there? 2. So we have to take the atomicity. Again we have 6. So overall if you see in oxidation or reduction process, total number of electrons involved per mole of SPC will be 6. Therefore ammonium dichromate N factor is 6. This is the case number 4. Once again, in case number 4 what happens? The salt in which two different atoms oxidation number changes by getting oxidation as well as reduction. One atom getting oxidation, other atom getting reduction. So by using the concept of oxidation we can calculate N factor, or by using the reduction concept we can calculate the N factor. Okay. Now come to another case. Case number 5. Disproportionation reaction. In disproportionation reaction, how we can calculate the N factor of a species? Now disproportionation reaction, it is a type of intramolecular redox reaction. First of all, we have to know what is the definition of a disproportionation reaction. It is a type of what? Intramolecular redox reaction. But in this intramolecular reaction, same atom get oxidized as well as reduced. In which same atom gets oxidized as well as reduced. If two different atoms undergo oxidation and reduction in the same compound, that is intramolecular. But same element in the same compound oxidized as well as reduced. That means this is a disproportionation redox reaction. Okay. Now in this disproportionation redox reaction, it is a type of intramolecular, but it is not actual intramolecular. It is a type of intramolecular. Intramolecular redox may one element get oxidizes and other element get reduces. But in this same element get oxidized as well as reduced. Are you getting my point? Now this intramolecular redox reaction is not the disproportionation. Remember. But this disproportionation reaction is a type of intramolecular redox. Are you getting my point? This is very important. Now, let us say one example. Chlorine in alkaline medium. Chlorine in alkaline medium converted into chloride ion and chlorate ion. Chloride ion and chlorate ion. This is an example for disproportionation redox reaction. By here, if you see chlorine in the elementary state, its oxidation number is 0. Here -1 in chloride form. What is the oxidation state of chlorine here? +5. How? Chlorine oxidation number, let's suppose X plus 3 into each oxidation state is -2 is equal to net value -1. So X is equal to plus 5. So chlorine oxidation number is what? Plus 5. Are you getting my point? Now chlorine oxidation number changes from 0 to minus 1. That means from here to here what happens? Decrease in oxidation number. We know it is called reduction. Same element chlorine oxidation number increases from 0 to plus 5. This is called what? Oxidation. This is called what? Increase in the oxidation state is called oxidation. Decrease in the oxidation number is called what? Reduction. That means here chlorine is itself undergoing oxidation, is itself undergoing reduction. That means chlorine is an oxidizing agent as well as reducing agent. The reaction in which same element can act as a both oxidant as well as reductant. Such redox reaction is known as a disproportionation reaction. Such redox reaction is known as a disproportionation redox reaction. Now in this redox reaction, how to calculate the equivalent weight or N factor? Now here, out of the here chlorine, some fraction of the chlorine molecule will get oxidized and some fraction of the chlorine molecule will get reduced. So total, if we want to calculate equivalent weight, so here equivalent weight in oxidation process plus equivalent weight in reduction process. Now equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by N factor. Now this is corresponding to which process? Oxidation process. Again molecular weight by N factor. This is corresponding to which process? Reduction process. Okay. Now here molecular weight will be same, because same compound, same element, same substance get oxidized as well as reduced. Okay. Now I am writing molecular weight by N factor oxidation plus molecular weight upon N factor during the reduction. Let's suppose in oxidation N factor, let's suppose N1. Here N2. N2 is the N factor in the reduction reaction, N1 is the N factor in the oxidation reaction. Then now equivalent weight is equal to, let's suppose molecular weight M by N1, molecular weight M by N2. Okay, M get common, so you have N1 plus N2 upon N1 into N2. This is the equivalent weight. Now again I am writing equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight upon, shall I write N1 into N2 by N1 plus N2. So we know equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by N factor. Equivalent weight is equal to what? Molecular weight by N factor. Are you getting my point? Now the N factor in the disproportionation reaction is equal to N1 into N2 by N1 plus N2. Are you getting my point? So directly I am writing N factor is equal to what? N1 into N2 by N1 plus N2. Once we know the N factor, we can easily calculate the equivalent mass. Okay, where N1, what is N1? N factor of oxidation process. N2, this is corresponding to N factor of reduction process. Okay. Now, same example I am repeating here. Cl2, Cl minus, ClO3 minus. Okay. Now here I am calculating N1. What is the N1? N factor of oxidation process. What is the oxidation process here? 0 to plus 5. Now what is the n factor in the oxidation process? Change in oxidation number, right side minus left side. Okay. Now how many atoms per mole of the species? 2 atoms are there. So N1 is equal to what? Now what about the N2? N2 is the n factor in the reduction process. What is the reduction? 0 to minus 1. 0 to minus 1. So change become minus 1 minus 0. Okay. Total how many atoms per mole? 2 atoms. So here N2 will be 2. Are you getting my point? So here this process is oxidation process and this process is reduction process. In oxidation process I am calculating the n factor. In the reduction process I am calculating the n factor. Now overall n factor you have formula n1 into n2 by n1 plus n2. What is the n1? 10 into 2 by 10 plus 2. 20 by what? 12. Okay. Now here 4 3s are 4 5s are. So this is the n factor regarding this equation, this reaction. Okay. Now I want to calculate equivalent weight. Equivalent weight is equal to what? Molecular weight upon n factor. Molecular weight upon what? N factor. So for chlorine, what is the equivalent weight? Molecular weight upon n factor. What is the n factor here? 5 by 3. So you have 3m by 5. Okay? 3 by 5. What is the m? Molecular weight. What is the molecular weight of chlorine? What is the molecular weight of chlorine? That will be 71. So this is the equivalent weight of chlorine in disproportionation redox reaction. Once again, disproportionation redox reaction is a special type of intramolecular redox reaction in which same atom get oxidized as well as reduced. Okay. Now here chlorine oxidation number changes from 0 to plus 5 and also 0 to minus 1. So this is a oxidation and reduction. So equivalent weight to calculate molecular weight upon n factor. What is the n factor formula here? N1 into N2 by N1 plus N2. What is the N1 here? N factor corresponding to oxidation process, N factor corresponding to reduction process, N2. So here 0 to plus 5. So change become 5 per atom. So there are 2 atoms. So change will be 10 in oxidation process, N1. And come to reduction process 0 to minus 1. Change will be 1 per 1 atom. Here there are 2 atoms in the per mole, so 2 into 1, that is 2. So N1 we know, N2 we know, so we are calculating the n factor which is equal to 5 by 3. So equivalent weight is equal to what? Molecular weight by n factor. Molecular weight, let's suppose capital M, n factor will be 5 by 3. Okay. Why? Because after options में 3 by 5m, 5 by 3m, okay, 7m by 3, 3m by 7, that options will be provided. That's why I am giving in the 3m by 5 form. So 3m by 5 into what is the capital M? Molecular weight. What is the molecular weight of chlorine? 71. Atomic weight of chlorine is 35.5. So there are 2 chlorine atoms are there, 35.5 plus 35.5, that is 71. Let's suppose one more example I am taking. Now, this is the first example. Okay. Now come to example 2. Br2 in basic medium, Br minus, let's suppose BrO3 minus, same. Chlorine, here I am taking the bromine. Third example, iodine, I minus, IO3 minus. Both the reactions in basic medium. Both the reactions occur in what? Basic medium. Same concept. Bromine oxidation number here 0, here minus 1, here plus 5. Iodine oxidation number 0, here minus 1, here plus 5. Same concept. Okay. There will be no any change in the n factor value because oxidation number 0, minus 1, plus 5. Here also 0, minus 1, plus 5, 0, minus 1, plus 5. Okay. Now come to next to, let's suppose chlorine in basic medium, Cl minus, ClO minus. Okay, hypochlorite, chloride ion, hypochlorite ion. Now this is also disproportionation. Why? Because here chlorine oxidation number is what? 0. It will change us to -1. Now what is the oxidation state of chlorine here? +1. Because chlorine unknown, let's suppose X, oxygen oxidation number is -2. So the net value become -1. So X is equal to what? +1. That means here to here chlorine undergoing reduction. From here to here it is undergoing what? Oxidation. Now what is the N factor? Let's suppose N1. N1 is the N factor regarding the oxidation process. What is the oxidation process? 0 to 1. So change will be 1. 2 atoms are there. Now here N2. What is the N2 here? N factor regarding the reduction process. In reduction process it will changes from 0 to -1. So change will be what? 1 per atom. There are 2 atoms are there. So total change will be 2. What is the effective N factor here? N1 into N2 by N1 plus N2. So this is the formula. It is only for disproportionation reaction. N1 into N2 by N1 plus N2. Okay. So 2 into 2 by 2 plus 2. So you have N factor is 1. So what is the equivalent weight? Equivalent weight is equal to what? Molecular weight by N factor. Molecular weight by, what is the N factor? 1. What is the molecular weight of chlorine? That will be 71 grams. Okay, so this is the equivalent weight of chlorine. Let's suppose another example. I am taking one more example. Example 5. Let's suppose H3PO2, hypophosphorus acid is there, converted into PH3 phosphine and phosphorus acid or orthophosphorus acid. Okay. In this reaction, find the equivalent weight of or N factor of hypophosphorus acid. Okay. Now, what is the phosphorus oxidation number here? +1. Why? Oxygen has -2, so it will be -4. So this is +1, +1, +1. This is +3. So the net value here should be +1, so that some of the oxidation states become 0. Each hydrogen +1, so you have +3. So phosphorus getting -3. Okay. Now here oxygen -6 here, because each oxygen -2, so -6 + 3. So the net value should be here +3 on phosphorus. Now phosphorus oxidation number increases from +1 to +3. This is called oxidation. And same phosphorus oxidation number changes from +1 to -3, that is decreasing. So this process is reduction. Okay. Now I am calculating oxidation N factor, that is N. In oxidation, what happens? Change in oxidation state +1 to what? +3. So what will be the change here? 2. How many phosphorus atoms are there? Only one atom is there. Okay. Now come to in the reduction process, the N factor N2. Here what happens in reduction? +1 getting to -3. So change will be -3 -1. Okay. Only one phosphorus is there. Okay, what is the effective N factor here? N factor formula N1 into N2 by N1 plus. This is very important only for disproportionation reactions. N factor. So what is the N1? 2 into 4. N2. 2 plus 4. 2 4s are 8. 2 plus 4, 6. Okay. Now it will be 4 by 3. 4 by 3. So what is the equivalent weight? Equivalent weight of hypophosphorus acid is equal to molecular weight by N factor. Okay? Molecular weight M. What is the N factor here? 4 by 3. So answer will be 3m by 4. Answer will be what? 3m by 4. Now, next to sixth case. In this, what happens? Compound in which one atom oxidation number changes either by getting oxidation or reduction, and that atom will goes into two or more products, in which one or more products will have same state of oxidation number, but in other product there is a different oxidation state. Let's suppose potassium dichromate is there, reacting with hydrogen chloride to give potassium chloride, chromic chloride, chlorine and water. Okay. Now here the question is, find the equivalent weight of hydrogen chloride. Find the equivalent weight of hydrogen chloride. Now you see, in hydrogen chloride, what is the oxidation state of chlorine? -1, because hydrogen is +1. Now this -1, on the right hand side, what is the chlorine oxidation number here? -1. Here also each chlorine -1. I am writing per atom, -1. But here chlorine oxidation number is what? 0. That means here chlorine oxidation number changes from -1 to 0, but in some other products it will be remains same. In that case, we have to compulsory balance the equation, otherwise we cannot find the n factor without balancing the equation. That's why maximum questions given with balancing. Okay, K2Cr2O7 plus 14HCl, 2KCl, 2CrCl3, 3Cl2H2O. If you see, this is exactly balanced equation. Okay. Now see, out of 14 moles of HCl, okay, in which 14 chloride ions will be present. Out of 14 moles of chloride ions, here 2 moles of chloride ions, no changing. Here 2 into 3, 6 moles of chloride ions, here also no changing. So out of 14 moles HCl or 14 moles Cl minus ions, yes or no? Here 2 Cl minus ions, here 2 3s are 6 Cl minus ions, so 8 Cl minus ions, that is 8 moles of Cl minus ions will be remain same. 8 moles Cl minus ions. Okay. Out of the 14, 8 moles of Cl minus, there will be no change in the oxidation number, and the remaining how many moles of Cl? 6 moles. Shall I write Cl atoms? 6 moles. Shall I write Cl atoms? Okay. Cl atom, this is ion. So here oxidation number changes. That means out of 14 moles, only how many moles of chlorine oxidation number changes? 6 Cl atom oxidation number changes. So 14 moles HCl, 6 moles HCl, oxidation state changes. Yes or no? We have to take always per mole of the species. Per mole of the species, how many moles of HCl oxidation number changes? That is 6 by 14. That is the 6 by 14. Are you getting my point? 3 by 7. This is the n factor of HCl. So n factor of HCl, I am writing like this. Number of moles of Cl minus oxidation state changes divided by total number of moles of HCl or Cl minus. Number of moles of Cl minus oxidation changes. Here 8 Cl minus ions, no change in the oxidation state, but 6 Cl minus ions will convert it into 6 moles of Cl atoms. So out of 14 moles of HCl, only 6 moles, or HCl or Cl minus, only 6 moles of Cl minus get changes in their oxidation number. So the n factor is what? 3 by 7. So equivalent weight of hydrochloric acid is equal to molecular weight upon n factor. Molecular weight upon n factor will be 3 by 7. So 7 into m by 3. Do you know the molecular weight of HCl? 36.5. So I am writing 7 by 3 into 36.5. This is the equivalent weight of hydrogen chloride. Once again, here I want to calculate the equivalent weight of chlorine. Okay, so chlorine oxidation state here -1, here -1, here -1, but here what happens? 0. So total 14 chloride ions. Only 6 chloride ions oxidation number changes from -1 to 0. So that's why total moles 14, out of which only 6 moles of Cl minus ions getting changed in oxidation state. So per mole of HCl, what is the change here? 3 upon 7. This will be the N factor. Otherwise, we can also calculate the N factor by second method. What is the second method? The second method is number of equivalents of potassium dichromate is equal to number of equivalents of hydrogen chloride. Now we know law of chemical equivalence. What is law of chemical equivalence? What is the definition of the law of chemical equivalence? According to which the number of equivalents or gram equivalents of all reactants will be equal to the number of gram equivalents of all products. That means here there are 2 reactants are there. Number of equivalents of dichromate, potassium dichromate will be equal to number of equivalents of HCl, will be equal to number of equivalents of KCl, will be equal to number of equivalents of CrCl3, will be equal to number of equivalents of Cl2, will be equal to the number of equivalents of water. Are you getting my point? It states that in a chemical reaction, it states that in a chemical reaction the number of equivalents, or we can say milli equivalents of all reactants and all products are same. So this is the definition of law of chemical equivalence. What is the definition of a law of chemical equivalence? In a chemical reaction, the equivalents are milli equivalents of all reactants and all products must be same. Okay. Now according to which, how many number of reactants are there here? So number of equivalents of dichromate will be equal to number of equivalents of hydrogen chloride. Okay. Now I am writing number of equivalents of dichromate equal to number of equivalents of HCl. Do you know number of equivalents is equal to number of moles multiplied by valency factor or N factor. This is a very important relation regarding the equivalents and moles. If you take the number of equivalents, then number of moles into N factor. If you take the number of milli equivalents, then number of millimoles multiplied by the N factor. Okay. Now here come to number of equivalents of dichromate. Shall I write number of moles of dichromate into N factor? How many number of moles of dichromate in this equation? 1 mole. And how many moles of hydrogen chloride is there? 14 moles. Okay. Now I am writing 1 mole of dichromate. Okay. Into what is the N factor of dichromate? Do you know N factor of dichromate here? Oxidation number here +6. Oxidation number here +3. So change become 3 per atom. There are 2 atoms, so change will be 6. We know how to calculate the equivalent weight of K2Cr2O7. Okay. Now here, how many number of moles of HCl will be there here? 14 into what? N factor of HCl. We have to find. Now N factor of HCl will be equal to 6 by 14. Again 3 by 7. Again what happens here? In this is a first case, first method. Just we have to identify total how many Cl minus ions will be there, out of which how many Cl minus ions oxidation number changes. So that per mole of Cl, we can Cl minus how many moles of Cl minus get oxidized or reduces, we can calculate here. Okay. Now the second alternative method is there. Here just we are comparing the equivalence of reactants. So number of equivalents of dichromate will be equal to number of equivalents of HCl. Okay. Now this formula, number of equivalents. How to calculate the number of equivalents? How to calculate the number of equivalents? Weight upon gram equivalent weight. Do you know how to find the gram equivalent weight? We know gram molecular weight upon what? N factor. Upon what? N factor. Okay. Now here W by GMW, the N factor goes to numerator. Okay. Now W by GMW shall write number of moles. So number of equivalents is equal to, this is number of moles multiplied by N factor. This is a very important relation between number of equivalents and number of moles. What is the relation between the number of moles and number of equivalents? Number of equivalents is equal to number of moles multiplied by the N factor. So this is the first example. So let's see second example. I am writing one more example here. Two KMnO4, 16 HCl to give 2 KCl plus 2 MnCl2 plus 5 Cl2 plus 8 H2O. Now question is, find the equivalent weight of hydrogen chloride. Question is what? Find equivalent weight of hydrogen chloride. Now here same concept. Chlorine oxidation number is -1. Here -1. Here -1. But here what happens? 0. Okay. Now out of 16 Cl negative ions, 16 moles Cl minus ions will be there, out of which only 10 Cl atoms. Remaining 2 plus 4, 2 plus 4, 6 Cl minus, there will be no change. But only there are 6, out of 16 moles of HCl, only 10 moles of HCl changing in their oxidation state. Are you getting my point? 16 moles of HCl ions, only 10 Cl atoms. 10 Cl minus ions, 10 moles Cl minus get oxidized. So if you take the 1 mole of Cl minus or HCl, then what happens? 10 upon 16. This will be the N factor. This will be the N factor. So there is another alternative method is there. What is the alternative method? Number of equivalents. Number of equivalents. Now, how many moles of potassium permanganate? 2 moles. How many moles of hydrogen chloride? 16 moles. Okay. Now come to number of moles of HCl. 16 into what is the N factor of HCl? We don't know. That is to be calculated. Is equal to number of moles of KMnO4? No. What is the N factor of KMnO4 here? Again, manganese oxidation number plus 7. Here manganese oxidation number is plus 2. Change will be 5. Per atom is 5. So only one atom is there. So N factor will be 5. So what is the N factor here for HCl? Is equal to 10 upon 16. Again we have 10 upon 16, that is 5 upon 8. After that we can find what is the equivalent weight? Molecular weight upon n factor. So that 8 into molecular weight by 5. So 8 into molecular weight of HCl 36.5 divided by 5. 8 into 36.5 divided by 5. So this is the calculation of equivalent weight of hydrogen chloride. Okay. Now there are some questions given to you. Calculate the n factor of the following compounds. First one, KBrO3 gives Br minus. Second one, KBrO3 gives Br2. Third one, Fe2O3 gives FeO. Fourth one, As2O5 gives As2O3. Fifth one, N2H4 gives N2. Sixth one, NH4OH gives N2O. Seventh one, H2S gives SO2. Eighth one, I2 gives IO3 minus. Ninth one, N2H4 gives HNO2. 10th one, VO, vanadium oxide, to give vanadium pentoxide, V2O5. IO4 minus gives I2O5. NH3 gives N2O3. Fe2C2O4 taken thrice. This is known as a ferric oxalate. Ferric oxalate. Okay. Fe plus 3 plus CO2. Do you know C2O4 negative? C2O4 minus 2 known as a oxalate. This is what? Oxalate. S2O3 minus 2 gives S4O6. This is thiosulfate. This is tetrathionate. And next one, SN, tin. Cr2O7 taken twice gives Cr plus 3. So these are some problems given for you for the practice purpose. Okay. Now there are some methods to calculate the equivalent weight of an element. Number one, hydrogen displacement method. Suppose active metal like alkali metals, alkaline earth metals, when they treated with dilute acids, mineral acid, they displace the hydrogen. Okay. Now, the law of chemical equivalence states that the total number of equivalents or milli-equivalents of all reactants will be equal to the all products. Okay. So I am equating the number of equivalents of reactants and products. Now, number of equivalents, weight upon equivalent weight of metal, number of equivalents of hydrogen, weight upon equivalent weight of hydrogen. Okay. Do you know what is the equivalent weight of hydrogen? 1. In terms of volume, if the question volume is given, volume of hydrogen in liters divided by volume of equivalent volume of hydrogen, that is 11.2, because we know 2 gram hydrogen, that is 1 mole, will occupy 22.4 liters at STP condition. Okay, 2 grams of hydrogen, 22.4 liters. Then what about the 1 gram of hydrogen? That is 11.2. 11.2 in terms of liter, 11,200 in terms of milliliter. Okay, so in the question, weight of metal is given to you, volume of hydrogen or weight of hydrogen given to you, then we have to find what equivalent weight of the metal. Second model, oxide formation from the metal. When a metal undergo combustion to give a metal oxide, same formula, number of equivalents of metal, number of equivalents of metal oxide. Number of equivalents, weight upon equivalent weight, okay, weight upon equivalent, but this is corresponding to what? Metal oxide. Now, weight of the metal oxide divided by weight of equivalent of metal oxide, we can write equivalent weight of metal plus equivalent weight of oxide. What is the oxide? O minus 2. What is the equivalent weight of oxide ion? That is equal to 16 by 2 will be 8. So that's why I am writing here 8. Okay. Now, suppose in terms of volume, 32 grams of oxygen corresponding to 22.4 liters at STP. Yes or no? Now what about the 8 grams of oxygen corresponding to 5.6 liter? 5.6 liters of O2 is called equivalent volume of O2. 8 grams oxygen is the equivalent weight of oxygen. Okay. Now next method is there. carbonate method. Suppose metal converted to metal carbonate. What is the formula of a carbonate? CO3 minus 2. Now, number of equivalents of metal, again number of equivalents of carbonate, number of equivalents of a carbonate, weight upon equivalent weight. Weight of metal carbonate by equivalent weight of a metal carbonate is the algebraic sum of the equivalent weight of metal plus equivalent weight of carbonate. Equivalent weight of a metal is unknown, but the carbonate equivalent weight we know, that is the molar mass 60 by valency 2, that is 30. And next one more method is there, chloride formation method. Let's suppose when a metal exposed to any chlorine vapor, then it will be converted to metal chloride. So here concept is number of equivalents of metal equal to number of equivalents of metal chloride. Again the equivalents are equal. Now here equivalents corresponding to metal chloride, which is the weight of metal chloride divided by equivalent weight of metal chloride. Again I am writing equivalent weight of metal plus equivalent weight of chlorine. What is the equivalent weight of chlorine? That is the 35.5. Okay, so these are the standard methods to calculate the equivalent weight of an unknown element or an unknown metal by comparing the equivalent weight of a known element. We know hydrogen equivalent weight 1, we know equivalent weight of oxygen is 8, we know equivalent weight of chlorine is 35.5. Okay.